Under trash.
You just tell me when we're live, John. We're live? We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
See?
We got a screensaver behind us and no chat. Boy, we got a big show for you today. Is Micah Parsons going to Washington? How high is the kicker allowed to be on a roster ranking? And which Cowboys out here hitting kids, but not like that?
Oh.
What?
Whoa.
The show starts
Adrian
now.
Peterson's not on his.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into today's DLLS Cowboys podcast, where we do have a whole bunch of stuff to get to, including Micah Parsons. We had a Fanatics event, which is a content-rich environment. Turns out CeeDee Lamb is quite the throw ping pong ball into container player. Not beer pong, but throw ping pong ball into container
Raising
player.
cane sauce.
Into the cane sauce.
And shoot them threes, baby. Don't forget them threes.
I don't know what that means, but apparently shooting threes as well. Is Micah Parsons leaving the Cowboys immediately?
Yes.
To go hang out with Dan Quinn? Why did Tyler Booker shove a child?
He got the Adrian Peterson in him.
How important are kickers? I'm still mad that they stopped the Adrian Peterson auction when he went broke, because I was going to own his sword.
He just got beat up last week.
Adrian Peterson got beat up?
He was in a
Where
fight
you
at
been?
a poker tournament.
In a poker tournament.
Yeah.
He just got beat up.
I would have thought he could fight.
Dude,
Yeah, who
some
did he
little-
get beat up by?
Some little short dude that he claimed was his
poker
friend
tournament.
was
I bet that dude was
gave him a
tough.
two-piece, baby. Gave him a two-piece.
I had dinner with Adrian Peterson's dad one time,
Oh, he's
and when he shook my hand,
Yeah, he's
I was
big.
like, my
yeah,
God.
he's like that. Adrian
And see,
Peterson
that's
like
what
that.
Adrian messed up at. Adrian was trying to now. If Adrian would have grabbed him, that might have been a different story.
Right.
He was
Yeah.
trying to grab him and didn't throw a punch. The dude was throwing punches.
That's tough.
Connected.
Yeah, he got.
That's tough.
Can you say something about this Fanatics event real quick?
No.
Feel real Tony Romo-ish.
Why was Tony Romo not there?
He's probably mad at all events because the NFL effed him 3 times when he tried to have his fantasy con.
And you know who's really partners in that event, right?
Part of what event?
Partners with Fanatics.
The NFL.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Tom Brady event.
Yeah,
And
and
they-
the NFL's
they-
partners, right? Like
I understand
Fanatics
that,
sells
but-
NFL merch.
I know, but Tom
Yeah.
Brady's a big stakeholder, so it's all.
I hate
What's wrong
Tom
with
Brady.
that?
I hate Tom Brady.
What's wrong with that?
Not hate.
Go Padres.
Hating.
I do
You
hate.
hating.
I do some
Listen.
hating on.
You
Listen.
hating. You don't hate
When-
Tom Brady. You
I don't hate
when-
Tom Brady.
when-
I don't hate any man.
It
Well, I
could be
hate
an
some
NFL
of them.
event, but when Tom Brady's there and jumping on Eli and being part of it,
Yeah.
everybody gonna go on. We gonna get CD. You gonna get Micah. You gonna get people to show up.
Yeah.
They gonna show up with Tom Brady.
Don't ever tell me you're a goat if you lost a Super Bowl to Eli Manning. Welcome into the show. My name is Jeff. Be like if Michael Jordan lost in a finals to me. They're like, yeah, that's the goat. I'm like, yeah, y'all remember when I beat him?
Don't
in
do
the
Eli
finals?
like that. Don't do Eli like that. We gonna,
Don't you Eli.
I'm next to former.
yes, don't do Eli like that.
I am.
Come on, man.
I am next to former Cowboys wide receiver Jesse Holley.
Oh, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
Next to Jesse is a guy that got in a fight on the internet today, or was it
That was
yesterday?
yesterday.
Yesterday. The great and powerful Clarence Hill.
I'll be front twerking in Vegas.
Do you actually know all 10 commandments?
Oh, dang.
Rip him off, Clarence.
I can't.
Thou shalt
I'm not
not
gonna
kill.
lie. I know who don't know him.
Thou shalt not whoop
the
your
Texas-
wife with
the-
anything wider than your thumb.
Texas government don't know him.
But maybe if we taught him in schools, then we would know, you
Why
know?
don't you get some free lunch in schools?
Next to Clarence is a man who does love the 10 Commandments.
That's right.
And
I like the
protects-
Never had a free lunch in his life.
never had a free lunch in his life.
I like the movie. Let my people go.
It's Joe Hoyt.
Tell him something, Joe.
You are a fiend.
Did you qualify for free lunch?
No.
Man, stop it, man.
No,
I
God,
just
no.
asked the question.
I went to Catholic school.
Man, stop it.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey,
Stop it.
That's
man.
where we had the 10 Commandments were in our class.
I qualified.
You know the Ten Commandments.
Not off the top of my head.
Oh.
It's been a minute.
I qualified for whatever got you a rectangular little pizza with the
Oh, I
little
love
square
those.
pepperonis on top.
That
That's what I
pizza
got.
used to be so good.
It was
and
fire.
it was trash.
It was
It
fire.
was so good.
You can buy them
It's
by like the
Bubba Dub saying-
60-pack now.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't work the same now.
I
Bubba
haven't
Dub
tried, but I
saying-
want to.
At that time, you didn't really have a taste for life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was still.
And for some
That was
reason,
that-
they gave you that
square
little
pizza.
They gave you that little. It was a rectangle. I don't think it was perfectly square. I think it was a rectangle. And
Definitely.
Whatever
for some
it was.
reason, they gave you corn with it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, we didn't get no corn.
That was
Okay, okay.
crazy. They
We got
gave you
corn dogs.
Okay, you was at a private school. Y'all probably had a good
We got
cafeteria.
corn
okay?
dog.
Y'all had a
Listen,
corn.
listen, y'all had a good.
I had PB&J.
What about them damn fish sticks?
See, I never ate them.
You like
I had
fish?
to find an alternative.
You like
I
fish?
I never had.
No, I
You like fish
We
sticks?
had them. I never ate the
you
fish
know,
sticks.
I mean, them fish sticks.
You like
Nah,
fish
people do
sticks?
like the mayonnaise and relish together to make tartar sauce.
That is one of the commandments that I do know. Don't pop, lest ye be popped.
Do you want to know another commandment? Don't give Pop Pop
spark.
caffeine.
No spark for
And you
Clarence.
Done
fail.
nothing.
You're
I've
going to
done
hell,
nothing.
Jeff.
I
I can't stop him. I can't stop him.
You don't have to supply him either.
Yeah.
I didn't try to.
You.
You push.
I
the
did push it a
button
little bit towards him when I knew he was going to take
You're
it.
my drug dealers. Okay.
I gave him a little bit. Yeah, the pizza was fire. Anyway, so Micah Parsons is getting traded to Washington. Is what I saw yesterday when I was donging around on the internet. Is that right? Is that what happened?
No, it's not.
He's not going to Washington.
Right. No. He's not going to Washington.
He
At
said
least,
he-
at least not yet.
Kevin
Not
Durant
yet.
wants him to be in Washington. Micah loves Dan Quinn, and he's going to Washington.
That's
What
not
do you-
what happened.
What is this?
Is that not what?
What is this?
For what? Why?
Kevin Durant.
Oh,
Goodness
yeah.
gracious,
So,
I think
so
you
for
stay
that
on-
1 year where he couldn't bench 185.
Is he-
Sorry.
Kevin Durant is a Longhorn.
Yeah.
Will forever be a Longhorn.
185's tough.
Just
I'm
like
about to say-
Miles Turner.
Fun
Got long
fact:
arms.
my freshman year at the University of North Carolina, I couldn't bench 185.
Exactly. Stop. He's a basketball player.
Here's a funny story. I'm supposed to be the franchise player.
And you're a
And
football player too.
I get to the University of North Carolina. It was me, Adarius Bowman, Mike Mason. We were the #1 rated receiving crew together.
Mm.
So we were supposed to be coming in to change the program. And so we get in there to do our bench tests as freshmen.
Mm.
And you start out with 185, like trying to see what your max is.
Uh-huh.
And I get it under there, and I take it off the rack.
Oh,
I get down for one, and then I come down for two, and all of a sudden, I'm shaking like a stripper.
That's tough.
And
Front
Dexter-
twerking right there on
I'm
the bench.
front twerking on the bench. And,
Oh yes.
and Dexter Reed,
I'll
our
be front twerking in
All-American
Vegas.
safety, who was loud, and he's from Virginia. He just was loud.
I hate loud people.
And he yelled out, he was a senior at the time, he yelled out, and this the mother that's supposed to be changing our program.
Man,
If
what?
this the case, we ain't gonna be And I was like, I could
I'm
have
not going to be out there lifting, brother.
I could have balled up and hid in my locker
Oh,
for
my
the
God.
entire season. But I finished that thing.
Attaboy.
I left that one.
Got that second rep?
But second rep.
Oh.
No. I'm saying when I left college.
Yeah.
By the time I became a senior, I bet you 345.
When I got to college, I had to lift with the freshman kicker. Our punter was strong as hell.
Yeah.
I was benching 135
Dude, some
when I
punters-
showed up.
Some punters can get jacked.
Oh, it can get
yeah.
hooked up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What are you doing, Clarence?
Shout out to Bueller.
What are you saying, Clarence?
Bueller.
David Beeler?
Running them 40s.
Running 4-4.
Outrunning the receivers, the DBs.
Weird girlfriend that loved microphones.
David Beeler wouldn't have got run down on 77.
Hey, he wouldn't have been in the damn
He wouldn't have
game.
been on the field.
He wouldn't have been in the
Good
game,
point.
baby.
Good point,
He
dog.
wouldn't
Good
have been in
point.
the game,
Good
baby.
point. But if he'd have been in the
He
game,
wouldn't have been in the game. He might have dropped it.
He'd have hit his head on the goalpost.
He might have dropped it. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
Do we
Good point.
need to play the Micah Parsons thing? Do we have audio to play, John? Is there a thing? Let's see what the thing did.
Micah, get on in here. He's not signed to the Cowboys.
I think
Let's do this.
I think he will be a commander at some point in his career.
When?
I would
You're
say
dictating.
I would
Let's
say
go.
2 years from now.
I only rock with Dan Quinn, you know what I mean? Anybody
Yeah,
else?
Exactly. That's all he need to rock with.
My neck hurts. You guys
all you
can
need to
tell
rock
I
with.
can't
Yao
handle it.
Ming,
Micah, let me-
Yao Ming.
I'm familiar with Yao Ming.
Yao Ming, them joints, you know. Yeah,
And you know what I mean is what he was
Yao
saying.
Ming.
Not Yao Ming.
But I
East
am
Coast,
familiar
Yao
with Yao Ming. Hey, could the Cowboys get a contract done so that Kevin Durant could stop trying to take Micah Parsons?
Can I be picky?
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
I
Messy
didn't-
Jesse.
I didn't like the reaction.
from Micah?
No.
I like this.
See, there
No, I like this.
I didn't like the reaction.
Why?
I wanted something more of a. Oh nah, man!
I don't rock with
I
them.
don't rock with them. I'm cowboy. I want to hear.
But
I'm a
see-
cowboy for life. I want to hear. Dallas till I die. I wanted to hear something like that,
So
even if you didn't believe it.
I know you was gonna do that.
I just.
I like
his
this.
response was so cavalier. It was
No, it
so
was-
nonchalant.
it was dismissive.
It was almost to the fact that, you know what, Kevin?
No, see, I went on Twitter because of that.
Maybe Kevin, you onto something.
No, see,
Kevin. I like
Kevin.
it. I like what
I
you
didn't
said.
like the reaction. I know
Kevin.
I'm being picky. I'm
you're
being messy, Jesse.
You're being messy.
But I just was like, man,
you're being retrospectral.
I felt like the reaction could have been a little bit more animated.
No,
I
see.
wanted a little bit more energy to the nah part. I wanted the nah mean just to be nah.
Yeah.
I wanted to be nah.
No, see,
I
no.
ain't watched it. Nah, I
See.
ain't never going within the division. I rock with Dan Quinn, but I'm a cowboy.
See, that's why I get on social media. Nuance is lost.
This
here.
is why you get on social
I mean,
media?
this is why I get mad
But
at
you
people.
don't get, you always feel like you
let
get
me
to pick
finish.
what the nuance is.
Nuance is lost here because he was very specific. What he said, understated, specific, and strong.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I rock with Dan Quinn. I ain't rock with them damn Commanders.
Oh, so the
I
head
rock
coach
with
of the
Dan
Commanders.
Quinn. Dan Quinn was my first defensive coordinator.
Head coach of the
If
Commanders.
you ever talk to Dan Quinn, that's rock and roll, baby.
Yeah.
That's rock and roll.
Yeah, the head
That's
coach.
it. I rock with Dan Quinn. That's all he said. Nah, I rock with Dan Quinn though.
So-
That's my dog.
So Todd Church said that he's a cowboy. That Micah did say it. So
Yes.
if he said it, I didn't hear
But
it.
it goes without
But
saying.
if I didn't hear it,
But
if
you-
he said
but
it,
you
it's a
heard
good question.
it.
No, is it a good question? Is Micah Parsons
I
going
didn't
to
hear
be
it.
Stop it. Stop
Is
it.
Micah
Stop,
Parsons
stop.
gonna be
Yes,
cowboy
stop.
for life?
That's not a good question.
a cowboy for life?
Stop it.
For life?
Stop it.
We saw DeMarcus Lawrence
Play it
just go to
again. Let me-
Seattle.
let me hear it.
No, he cut it off. He cut it off.
He cut it off.
Let's hear it.
Oh.
He didn't.
Micah, get on in here.
I think Micah
He's
will-
not
I
signed to
think-
the Cowboys.
I think
Let's
he.
do this.
I think he will be a commander at some point in his career.
When?
I would
You're
say.
dictating,
I would
let's
say
go.
2 years from now.
I only rock with Dan Quinn, you know what I mean? Anybody else?
Exactly. That's all he need to rock with.
My
It.
neck hurts. You guys are too tall.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah, never
he
heard
really
of it.
rocks with the head coach.
Well, it probably be a longer conversation. That's the only clip they showed
I think
on
that's
social
all
media.
they talked about is right there.
The bottom line is he only rocks with Dan Quinn. Y'all mean?
Andy,
I ain't rocking with the damn Commanders. I'm a cowboy. It goes without saying.
It doesn't
I'm a
go without saying.
It does go without saying.
It doesn't go without saying because if you rock with Dan Quinn and Dan Quinn is the head coach of
For
the
now,
Commander today, that means wherever Dan Quinn go, there is a possibility.
When I got in my league, Dan Quinn helped me become get on
for
this
sure,
road.
100%.
So there's a
And-
great relationship there. So hypothetically, in the future, if he's ever a free agent, ever in the future, not the immediate future.
Y'all just trying to be picky. Y'all know because Kevin Durant said in 2 years. 2 years
Well,
he
no,
gonna
that's
sign a
what we're-
contract with the Cowboys.
No,
And
you're not hearing the nuance of our
No,
conversation.
you're not hearing the bottom
Yeah,
line.
you're missing our nuance.
You're missing our nuance. You got old odds.
Y'all mean?
I want to thank Jesse. That's a great take on June
Thank you, man.
23rd.
Appreciate you.
See how y'all
June
do?
23rd is a real good
Yeah,
time
yeah.
for a take like that. I thought that was a good time.
I understand.
I hope you got a few more over the next 3
listen,
weeks.
I understand.
Wait,
I understand the time of the
it's
year.
like saying what's Dak's legacy? Okay, let's do his legacy right now.
He
Let's
doesn't
go
have-
to-
he doesn't have a
you know,
legacy.
I'll tell you this: if he don't win a Super Bowl this year, I'm done with
He's
him.
done when he's gone.
Jump off.
I gotta
Jump
have
off.
stuff like that for the next
Jump
3
off with it.
weeks.
Come on.
Y'all
bro.
mean? Y'all
What is-
mean?
What is his legacy?
Y'all mean? The
Baller.
richest quarterback in the history of the NFL. That's his legacy right now.
All pro.
The richest cowboy in history. You know what the legacy gonna be at the end of this year?
Cowboys passing leader.
All-time leading pass leader in Cowboys history.
Yeah.
Can't take that away from him.
Can't. Better than Staubach.
No, we didn't say that. See, I had an argument,
Oh, God.
discussion.
You argument?
Me and my daughter were
No.
talking about ring culture today, and she's into this because I sent her the clip of Stephen A. and his daughter. We were
That was
talking about
hilarious.
ring culture, and she was talking about LeBron is right. Why is it all about the rings and all that? I say the reason it's all about the rings because he can't ever catch Jordan with the rings, so now he got to make it about something else. The reason why he jumped all those teams because he was trying to get rings to keep match Jordan. Now that you can't catch him, now he wants we make too big of a deal of a ring. It's like, yeah, that's part of it, right? Because you can be a great player without rings.
Bill Russell, my goat.
But so we started talking about it. I was
Never
like,
seen Bill Russell
It's
play
about
a day in
rings.
life.
It's about rings.
Never
And
seen
USF
that.
so-
Don.
It's about
I'm like, how do you
rings. Got 9
differentiate?
of
And I was
them.
trying to tell her, how do you differentiate great players?
Watch 'em.
Both are great. Okay,
Watch
so
'em.
what's the tiebreaker? Both have great stats,
Watch him.
and when the tiebreaker is going to be rings
I-
because you played to win the game.
Can't do it. Peyton Manning was a better quarterback than Brady.
Yes, but he won't go down in history as. I think John Elway
Dan
may have
Marino
been.
was
I
incredible.
think John Elway was the greatest quarterback ever.
Yeah, then ride with that.
But he got.
I watched
he don't
them
have
play.
7.
I'm telling
he
you,
don't
who
have
was better.
7.
Coming up next, I have an impossible task. We're going to rank the Cowboys roster at some point in the next few weeks. And my question to you is, how high can a specialist be? That's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Your foundation is so important in anything you do in life. And that's the first thing a lot of people see when they walk into your home. They walk into your home and they see whether that flooring is pristine, whether it is clean, whether it is looking good.
Wood.
If you don't have that when someone walks into your
wood.
house, don't worry about it. Head on over to EmpireToday.com, use the promo code DLLS, and get the journey started on your new flooring because you're going to get $350 off.
Yeah.
They got vinyl, they got laminate, they got carpet. If you got a little bit of money, they got that wood. They got that wood. That wood will really set it off. But here's the thing. If you don't know about flooring, that's not the problem. They will walk with you step by step, hold your hand through this process. They will get all the measurements right, the color right, the texture right, everything that you need to have beautiful flooring in your home throughout. Don't miss this opportunity. Head over to EmpireToday.com. Get $350 off new flooring by using the promo code DLLS.
Once you save that $350, you go ahead and use that $350 to come join us in Vegas.
Viva!
Put that $350 on red.
Yeah.
Put it
I'll
on
be front
red.
torquing the
50
regular.
on the yo.
Put on
Put
16.
it on red. Put it on whatever you
Put
want.
it on 16. You might come up $1 short, though.
We are heading to Las
Hey,
Vegas with True
well,
Fan
yard
Travel
short.
for the ultimate fan experience. DLLS, we're taking over the Strip. For an unforgettable weekend in Vegas, we want you to come with us. Join
Front
us
twerking.
as the
I'll be
Cowboys
front
take on
twerking
the
in
Raiders on November 17th. So we're going to be out there. And we're going to do our pre and our post show out there. It's an all-inclusive trip for you guys that includes a 3-night stay at a luxury Vegas resort, game tickets, VIP parties, exclusive events with the DLLS crew. Clarence is going to front twerk. Fellow diehard fans are going to be there. We need you there. Vegas with us. This is how Dallas does Vegas. Book it up now over at truefantravel.com. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. All right, so I've been tasked each year with volunteer work. I do volunteer work sometimes for
With the kids?
for struggling
the homeless?
for struggling rich people.
For strippers?
In this case, it's our friend Bob Stern who does
he's not a
Radio at the
stripper.
Ticket.
Yeah, Bob got money.
He's
He's not a-
wealthy.
he's
That's
not-
a wealthy
Got
man.
money.
He's not a stripper.
Bob's got money.
But he still asks people for handouts. In this case, he likes to put out the top, like the Cowboys roster rankings, and he asks people whose opinions he respects, which is just me. I don't know who else, but just me. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have anything else to do. It's whatever. So
Nothing.
I go to the house and I start making one of them little rectangle school pizzas up. I started putting my rankings together.
Get some corn
get on
going.
Get a good can of corn going.
listen.
I wear a helmet every day.
At practice.
At practice. So anyway, as I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, I don't remember what I did last year when I was ranking the Cowboys roster or whatever, but I'm like, the top 2 is easy. Although you could debate the order. The top 2 is easy.
Dak and CD? Or
No.
CD and Micah?
Micah, CD.
Okay, I'll just make it sure.
Micah, then CD.
Dak's in the conversation at 3 and 4,
Okay.
probably with Tyler Smith.
Do we don't give value to the importance of a position?
No.
And that's
This
the
is the
debate.
crux of the
And that's the
conversation.
debate.
Importance
'Cause
of the position.
here is my question. As I'm making my way down, I'm like, okay, I'm ranking the Cowboys roster. Micah, CD, or CD Micah. Probably Dak and Tyler Smith. You're not going to get past 6 before you start thinking about the kicker.
Yeah.
And I just wonder in my head, how soon is too soon to put the kicker? If you're ranking just players on a football team, how soon is too soon to put the kicker?
If your ranking is like at position, right? Like, so you go, let's say Micah, right? Like Micah's arguably top 1 or 2 in his position,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so you understand why he is where he is.
Yeah.
Same thing with CD. Top 1, 2, 3 in his position. You understand why that is Tyler Smith.
Yeah.
But like even when you get to Dak, like Dak's not top 5 in his position.
No, he's probably between 6 and 8, maybe 6 and 9.
But if we're doing the importance of it, then he's always going to be number 1.
Right.
Because if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have anything.
Right.
But that doesn't make him the best. He's not the best player
On the team.
on the team. No. Most important, yes. Best player, he's not better than Tyler Smith at his position.
I got
you
another.
can see right there that I agree with you. 1,
Right?
2,
Like,
3.
yeah.
And since you brought it home, and I know what you're talking about, specialists, who's the best at what they do? or at what he does. Who's the best at what he does?
Parsons is, and so is Aubrey.
Yeah, those
exactly.
are the two.
The best at what he does.
Yeah.
Okay?
Parsons and Aubrey.
Nobody last year.
And Turpin.
Last year, who was the best at what he does?
Turpin.
When you look at it, exactly.
Right.
How do you measure that? Because Aubrey and what he does for the football team, what he does doing his job, you can't really go past 3 people being better at doing their specific job over Aubrey.
Not on this roster, no.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't put a kicker in the top 5.
No.
I can't. But I don't think I could take him outside the top 10.
No. Not him.
Not him.
Not him.
And
And
not on this
him.
roster.
This is a weird roster.
But not him,
We've talked
period,
about
though.
this.
Because
This roster is very top heavy.
but
Yeah.
the difference is not just he's a reliable kicker, he's a freaking weapon. There are
He's a
kickers
weapon.
that make a lot
That's
of
just
kicks.
a word people say. He's a kicker.
I understand
He's
that.
saying a word.
Huh? No.
Like,
When you get across the 50, and you got a field goal in your back pocket, that's different than just somebody that makes kicks.
yeah.
Makes 38 yards and reliable. I mean, a lot of
see,
reliable kickers. When you have a weapon in your back pocket like
see,
him, that's a difference.
I would slightly argue that in the sense of the new modern day football don't even want to kick field goals anymore.
No,
Most people are saying we're going for it.
Yeah.
Like most teams are now looking at, even when we're at 40 yards, and that's field goal range. A lot of those teams are going for it now.
But the Cowboys don't.
But you're going for the 40 and under. But the problem is with Aubrey is, okay, you get stuck on the 40, 45, you might not want to go for it.
But
Because
teams
you want to
are
give
still
that
like,
field goal, because if you miss it, then you're giving them a short field. But with Aubrey, like,
A 60-yarder is money.
I'm gonna take
It's
this.
accurate,
I'm gonna take this 58 yarder.
You can trust it.
And it's one thing when it's 35 under, you go for it because it's different. But you got to consider field position.
you gonna do some
And you
Brandon
put
Aubrey
the field position out that goes out the window with Aubrey because
but I
need these 3 points.
I feel like, and we agree that Aubrey is the best at what he does for this team and in the league. But I also feel like he is positioned to do that because this team doesn't have the forward thinking of the way that the league is playing football now. Like the league is playing football now at a rate where they're going for way more on 4th down from crazy distances that wouldn't have been unheard of in the past. And so you don't see many kickers having the opportunity to be as good as Brandon Aubrey. Not saying that he's not good.
Yeah.
But more teams, even the really good teams, it ain't just sucky teams that are trying to down in games and have to go for it. The really good teams,
It's mostly the good teams.
who are contenders, who are playoff contenders, who are considered Super Bowl contenders, they're going for it and we know we got.
I don't know if Detroit punted last year.
Yeah, but
Like, they're just like, here we go.
But what's also true, just the other side of that pancake. If the Cowboys didn't have Aubrey, maybe they'd be more forward thinking in that way.
Which is what I was thinking. Maybe I don't want a good kicker.
Those teams don't have Aubrey in their back pocket.
I might not want a good kicker.
When you got Aubrey in your back pocket, you think differently.
You guys
And
are
I hear
crazy.
you.
I
Those
think
teams
they
go
think
for
that
it.
way regardless.
McCarthy
Yeah,
was a
but
go-for
they-
guy. He was a top 10 in the league go-for guy. McCarthy, they went for it.
Right, they went for it
They
a
went
lot.
for it.
But you still have Aubrey in your back pocket. I'm just saying some of those teams you're talking about who are more reckless or aggressive,
Smart. Yeah, I'd go
whatever
that
word you want to use and going for on 4th down, don't have Aubrey in the back pocket. They don't have that 3 points in your back pocket.
We got to trade him.
They don't have the ability.
We got to trade him.
Right. You
The
don't have
Cowboys
that.
do it because they have the ability.
Yeah, they got Aubrey in the back
better on
pocket. They got Aubrey in the back pocket.
Well, we can't.
Okay.
If I had a worse kicker, do you think they'd go for it on 4th more?
100%.
I need a
No.
worse kicker.
Well, yeah, they would go for
I need
it.
a worse
Yeah,
kicker.
they would.
I
They
need a
would
worse-
go for it.
All right, Brandon Aubrey's the worst player on the team.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
60. He's
It's
not
four-
even
It's
top
four-
53.
It's 4th and 2. Get the damn kicker
First
off
of
the field.
all-
Let's go.
When you're at midfield,
Yeah, get the kicker
Like
off
at
the
the
field.
50?
Let's go.
First of all,
I don't know. I need to see the numbers.
They should go for it more on 4th and 1.
Oh, 4th and 1's a gimme.
They should do more tush push.
Suzanne is right.
I don't know if Dak can do the two.
He can. That's what's so mind-boggling to me is that got legs like Joe, okay? I always had legs like Joe.
Yeah, but one snapped in half and the other one's hamstring came off the bone.
I'm talking about going back to his rookie year. They did not do the quarterback sneak enough for me because Dak is a big lower body guy. They should have been doing it's
Joe Milton
money.
could do it.
And when
He could.
and you if you watch anytime they've done 4th and 1 quarterback thing, he's always made it. But they did not do it enough. We got Zeke, whatever else. But they didn't lean into it as they should have. even before the injuries.
They will in the Joe Milton era, which starts in week 4.
But that's not. He's gonna be running around. He ain't doing this. I'm talking about using his brute strength behind that line with those big old legs he has.
Yeah, he's thick.
You know,
that's why I tried to rescue him from that facility.
Dak's a thick Latina?
Just thick.
Aubrey might be 6. Who's 5? Is it Osa?
Okay, so here's what I did, and you can fight me if you want. Micah.
Yeah. Yep. I'm in agreement.
CD.
In agreement.
Dak.
I thought about this one a lot.
Dak.
Tyler Smith.
And I gave Tyler Smith and then Dak.
That's what I would do too.
I agree.
Dak.
George Pickens.
I like it.
No.
How you got Pickens already jumping up top?
I like it.
No.
I like it.
I'm
sold on George Pickens.
The problem with that.
The
problem with that is, who else?
I put Turpin in that spot.
Oh, you're going 2 specialists in the top 10.
Who's better at what they do?
Specialists.
Who's better?
I can't do it like that.
Why not?
I can't do it because otherwise Aubrey's number 1, and I can't do that.
No, he's not. No.
It would be Aubrey, Turpin, Micah.
No.
I can't do that.
No.
So I had Pickens at 5.
I like
Bland at 6.
Pickens better than Bland.
Pickens
better than
Bland over Osa right now?
Osa at 7.
Come on, man.
I think I go Osa over
Brandon Aubrey at 8. That's where I can put a kicker.
I'm fine with that.
From a talent standpoint, that's where Pickens should be.
I agree.
See, you didn't want Pickens there until I said who was next.
No,
You're like, damn, he is the fifth best
I'm
player
like looking at the team. I'm looking at the players.
We are a top-heavy roster. You run out at 3 plus quarterback. Like it is Micah, CD, Tyler Smith, and then you're debating Osa and Bland, and like this is a top-heavy team.
Right, because and listen, again, I love Osa.
Oh, compliment sandwich coming.
But
with all due respect,
I was going to say, but
is he a difference maker?
Kind of, sort of, especially if it's a passing down.
in a pass situation.
Stop.
Pressure's the
What
quarterback.
do you mean? He's got he's got some of the most pressures in the NFL among defensive tackles.
Maybe pressure.
He gets pressures. That's a
Every
difference
day I'm
maker.
is that with or without Micah?
Exactly.
It's both.
Micah exists. So that
Exactly.
helps.
Micah was out significantly last season. He still did pretty well.
I need to see those numbers.
I do want to see the game by game because it's a good question.
I want to see that. I want to see that.
Listen,
I want to see that month when Micah was out.
Listen. I know we don't like to talk about history, but I've seen great defensive tackles in Dallas. They don't just get pressures.
Yeah, they play
They wreck the shop. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm talking about wrecking shop. Okay, they going back to Manster. Okay, they wreck shop.
I mean he ain't Chris Jones.
Okay.
Like he's not
I'm
out
just
here wrecking
saying.
games.
That's what I'm saying. They game records.
Fun
okay?
fact: if he was a first-round pick, Joe would say he was a game record.
No, I would not. We no, because his numbers would not back it up, and you guys know that. Don't do that. His numbers wouldn't back it up.
He's got some of the most pressures in the NFL. He gets after the quarterback.
Stop it, man.
In today's NFL, what do you want from a defensive tackle?
I want him to sack the damn quarterback.
Sacks are overrated.
Like
Getting
Warren
pressures
Sapp.
are more important.
When I'm talking about a difference making a defensive tackle, I'm talking about sacking the quarterback. I'm talking about Warren
and
Sapp.
I'm talking about getting pressures.
Okay, get them pressures. When the Rams won the Super Bowl, it wasn't because my boy got pressure, because he put the quarterback on his
so you
butt.
want Aaron Donald?
Yes.
When
I talk
How
about
many Aaron Donalds are there in the NFL, Chill?
Again, when I talk about difference, we're talking about difference makers, right?
Okay, so
no. We're talking about difference makers.
So
right?
you're putting a Hall of Fame, arguably one of the best defensive tackles of all time, as a difference maker.
We're trying to be something different here. We're trying to get.
We're talking about player 7 on the roster.
Okay, my point was again. Difference.
Osa tied for 5th amongst interior defensive linemen in pressures last year.
He's a top 5 defensive tackle in terms of getting after the quarterback.
Are we in the greatest defensive tackle era? No.
No.
So you
you
want
Aaron Donald. They're not going to get Aaron Donald.
That number don't mean nothing to me.
They're not going to get Aaron Donald.
Okay, fine.
We could get Aaron Donald. He's not on a team.
I'm trying to win. I'm trying to break a 30-good drive. I'm trying to find people who are going to difference makers in the Super Bowl. I'm trying to find somebody going to help Micah get to the quarterback.
They got to get to the Super Bowl first.
Well, you know how they got there? Because Aaron Donald made the game-changing play.
Because he's one of the best defensive players of all time.
Go give me an Aaron Donald.
I got him. His name's Micah Parsons.
Go give me he made the game-changing play in the championship game, made the game-changing play in the Super Bowl.
I'm looking for someone to pay my house. You want Picasso.
Yeah, that would be nice.
What is the goal around that? You play to win the game. You don't play to get close to the quarterback.
All I know is
you don't play to get close to the quarterback.
I don't know what it means, but it's fun to say.
What the standard
is the standard.
When your highest sack number is 3, don't talk to me about.
That is not as high as
that. Is not as no. Yeah, what?
Okay, 4. What is it?
I
Show it
bet
to
he
me.
has, I bet
he had close to 10. I thought.
Man, you better ask somebody.
Okay.
Yep.
You gonna make me
Ask
ask
somebody.
Close
somebody.
to
I
10?
asked somebody right damn
In his
now.
career?
I said
Close,
6 or
no,
7.
we talking
No,
about
no.
the
In
season.
one season, he's had close to 10.
No.
2023.
No.
2023.
Osa?
No.
He only had 3 in
I
2023.
know. That's my point.
He had
He
4.
had 3 in the first 3 games.
He had 4.5 last year.
Okay, that's it.
Hold on, let me see.
That's it.
We
That's
ever-
it. That's
we
the
ever-
high water mark.
4.5 is the high water mark.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Coming up
Come
next
on,
on the
man.
DLLS Cowboys podcast, it's going to be the debut of something.
He's a good player.
We're going to do some film things
a
and help
darn
you
good
guys out, preview the season with our Cowboys. We have a former professional football player in the house. Why wouldn't we have some fun with film and make you guys smarter fans? It's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
You ever have that moment where you're like, oh my goodness.
Becky, look. Oh,
No.
At her. Sorry.
Look at these glasses.
yes.
I lost
These
mine.
polarized sunglasses. And the only place you can say that about is the ones that you get from Shady Rays. And if you use the promo code DLLS, you can get 35% off a pair of polarized glasses. And get this, 300,000 people have given Shady Rays a 5-star review. Everybody loves these shades. They're stylish, they're durable, they're polarized, and they're not stupidly expensive. They are more than affordable without the discount, but we're giving you the discount 35% off. They have all the colors, all the styles, all the shapes, all the sizes. Whatever you like, Shady Rays has a pair of sunglasses for you.
You can have whatever you like.
And you go to shadyrays.com, use the promo code DLLS. Whatever you like is now 35% off a pair of those polarized sunglasses. So head over there right now and get yourself a pair.
Shady Rays will do real well with your Saturday neon signs. You have all that stuff lit up. You just slap your Shady Rays on so you're feeling good in the vibes. Saturday Neon, what they are is they're a company that makes officially licensed collegiate logo LED neon signs that are perfect for your house, the office, the dorm room, the fan cave, the bar. You own a bar? Get you a bunch of Saturday neons in there. Check out their new Essentials collection, which features almost 50 of the biggest schools across the country and counting for only $75. Check out their Texas, A&M, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State signs. Unlike traditional neon, these LED signs won't break, they won't shatter, but they still give you that classic uniform glow that you know and love. LEDs last up to 100,000 hours, so you'll be enjoying your sign for years to come. They're low voltage, okay? They're not getting hot. They're always safe to the touch. Head on over to SaturdayNeon.com and use the code DLLS for 10% off your favorite sign. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. We're going to debut some things because we have the capabilities to do it these days, and we like making people smarter fans. So we are going to use technology and perhaps Jeff's NFL Pro account to see if the company wants to give me some of that back. You know what
I'm saying? Why can't they do a little discount on that?
Yeah,
You know what I
A
mean?
little reimbursement.
Or Yao Ming?
If you have a former NFL player on your team, it'd probably be a waste not to use that to educate fans. So, Jesse, can you set us up with what we're going to be? We're kind of workshopping.
Yeah.
This is a dry run
Yeah.
to get ready for the film things we'll do during the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a chance to work with our great producer, John. And what we want to do is we want to just kind of educate the fans on some of the things that they may see throughout the year. The Cowboys, this year's schedule is going to be one that faces and goes up against a ton of great players. And so while we're breaking it down throughout the week, we kind of just want to educate the people on who the Cowboys may see, some of the things that they may see, and how just football is broken down from a microcosm level, you know, from a former player like myself who spent a little bit of time in the film room. So we're going to start with the Cowboys open up this season with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Don't whoop them.
So we're going to start with little A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is one of those receivers that, man, would you consider A.J. Brown a complete receiver? The size, the speed, the hand, the ability to run routes,
Kinda.
Like where do you put him at as?
I mean, I think he's a top 10 receiver,
Top 10?
but I think he's like
What area of his game do you think lacks?
I think that he is fine as a route runner, but I think the number of routes that he runs is limited. Like he's very much slant, stop, drag, stop and go.
Yeah.
Like he is not your super wiggly athlete. He is big, strong. I'm a straight line stuff, and then I'm going to whip your ass, and you're not going to tackle me.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. I think, when you're that kind of just wide base, I think
He got too many muscles.
Exactly.
His
He's too
muscles have
jacked.
muscles.
He's too jacked. The route running could use some improvement, but also I think that's why Devontae Smith pairs well with him.
Yeah, absolutely. And so one of the routes that we're gonna. Did you want an opinion on this? We went 1-2 back to 1.
1-2 back to 1. You didn't want 3?
Go ahead.
He skipped me.
Go ahead. How do you feel?
You weren't ready.
Leadership is his issue. Man,
He leads. That's what he's
He
reading
reading
for.
a book on the sideline. He sucks.
There's a book about leadership.
He don't like his quarterback.
See, this
Leadership.
This is why I skipped you.
I know.
This is
I
why I
had
skipped
him. I was ready to cook.
This is why I skipped you.
Leadership. He want to read a book on the sideline.
This is why.
He's passive aggressive.
He knows his quarterback can't read nothing, so he might as well.
Sends these subliminal messages. Passive aggressive. I need a dog. I don't know about that passive aggressive. Let me just read my book on
kitty
the
cat.
sideline because I'm unhappy. I'm not getting the ball.
Oh boy! All right, so let's
viral.
get into this, and this kind of meets all of the factors. So when you look at where they're at right now, and how this thing's played out,
Darius Washington, baby. He better not get cooked. Sorry, that's my little tiny safety from TCU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when you break the huddle, right, the first thing when you break the huddle as an offensive player from the quarterback position and the wide receiver position, we're looking at the safeties. That's going to be our telltale sign of, all right, what possibly could the coverage be? And the coverage will a lot of times dictate where the football is going. So when we break the huddle, find out where those safeties are at. Right now, the Baltimore Ravens look like they're in a cover 2 look. Safeties off the hash, meaning that they're going to be split off the hash, covering the butts of those DBs on the outside. The Eagles are in a bunch set, and you're going to see, so the first indicator, Jalen Hurts breaks the huddle. We look, we get lined up. Where are the safeties? Jalen Hurts looking for the safeties. Okay, I got 2 high safeties. We consider this on the offensive end of the ball, middle of the field, open. When there's a single high safety, we consider that middle of the field closed. So what you have right now at the start of this play, the middle of the field is open. How do quarterbacks and offenses get another telltale sign? It's something that we beg the Cowboys to do more often. More teams are doing it.
Motion.
You see it, motion the guy across the field. When you motion the guy across the field, it gives me another sign. Okay, nobody really bumped over. You see Marlon Humphrey walk out, but the safeties stay the same. It's still a cover 2 look. Middle of the field is still open. I have my telltale signs as a receiver and a quarterback. So now that I know what they are in coverage, unless this thing's changed mid-route, we're going with the middle of the field being open. A.J. Brown at the bottom of your scheme. What they're running right now is they're running a simple speed in, a speed dig, something coming right off of that. When you look at what cover 2 means, safety's coming off the hash. The linebackers have hook to curl, right? Hook to curl. So you see that linebacker, that tight end is running that's that hookup route right in front of that linebacker. This is where the play is being played off of at, right here. They know that we want to go to this speed in route, but if that linebacker sits near that hash, because we want to throw this ball about 2 yards before the hash, if that linebacker sits up, then we're going to the tight end. And we're taking profit, and we're living to see another down. But as you see here, that tight end, he sinks up, and he bites to that tight end. A.J. Brown comes right off of that. You see the vision where Jalen Hurts is looking. He's seeing it, middle of the field open, 2 yards for the hash. The ball is being delivered on time with speed. The safeties are still off the hash. Where A.J. Brown catches this ball is perfect, 2 yards inside the hash where he can catch it, put his foot in the ground, and get north and south up the field. If you notice at the top, the linebacker, Patrick Quinn, sometimes you call this a cover 2 or Tampa 2, where that linebacker carries that receiver up the field. They dictate what side they want to have the strength being on. If it was the other way, if Patrick Quinn would have turned and now he played the A.J. Brown side instead of playing the top side, then we just go up top to the other receiver, number 80, who went in motion. But now you're just playing that leverage. And for Jalen Hurts, who, Jeff, you'll know this. You said it's a lot about Jalen Hurts.
Good, yeah,
Is
not
very
very
good.
Not a good player.
When you have to read, when your read is very simple. That's a simple read for a starting NFL caliber quarterback. And the Cowboys, this is what you're going to have to face. They don't want Jalen Hurts having to go through 3, 4, and 5 different reads. They want to be able to line up, send a guy in motion, have the telltale signs be there. And this is the thing that Matt Eberflus is going to have to worry about, because his defense is not an exotic defense.
No.
They get set, they are where they are, and they're playing it that way. So teams are going to use these telltale signs to be able to go out and figure out what are they in and where the ball has to go. So for the Cowboys, who open up the year against the Philadelphia Eagles, we don't know if you're going to have Stephon Diggs is going to be out there. Trayvon Diggs, not Stephon. Stephon definitely won't be out there.
We don't know about Revel.
Trayvon won't be out there. Revel may not be out there. So guys like
our good guys ready.
It's
We're going to have our good guys ready.
It's Dak's fault. It's going to be Dak's fault.
We're going to have our good players ready.
These are the type
You're
of
going to blame
plays
Dak on that Monday.
that, well, if Dak doesn't play well,
I know,
he'll get some blame in
they
that.
ain't going to cover. Listen, good segment.
Great segment.
No, I don't
No.
You're not done yet?
And first of all, that's very your good segment seems very patronizing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
No, he's being
You
being
did a
true.
good job.
That was very
You did a
commandments
good
of you.
job.
You were trying
No,
to get him
you
out
did a
of the
good job.
segment.
People learn something. No, seriously, you did a good job. We teaching you something here. This is good stuff, man.
Thank you.
Can we?
No, real talk.
And the
That's
one
good
guy
stuff.
who said if we could have even had live video,
We can't.
got to tell you.
Can't.
We can't.
We can't.
Dude, shut
No,
that
but
down. That's why we got to do screenshots.
Thank you.
A good way you explained it. Don't be aside. That was good stuff.
I appreciate that.
I like
Thank you.
that. I like that. That's a good thing we're gonna bring coming
Could
forward.
I ask
That
you
looks
one
good.
question
Yeah.
about it? Can we bring up that last screenshot one more time? So I also think this is just, correct me if I'm wrong, like this is also just really good route design too on that side, because like I feel like Nate Wiggins, that corner on the bottom, isn't a total corner.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
you have your principles of how you have to play it. Because what will happen is if I see Nate Wiggins continue to do that, then I'll say, you know what, running back next time,
Yeah.
just sneak out right behind
Right.
him.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then now you look up and he's chasing A.J. Brown
Yeah.
and the back's out the backfield in the flat.
Wheel route.
So it's good design against that scheme. It's kind of what I'm saying. They took a
100%.
corner completely out.
Well, that goes into like your pregame planning, right? Hey, we know that this team likes to run a lot of Tampa 2 or cover this or cover that. Here are some of the plays that we're going to run that gives us multiple options, because even if they decided to go single high, there's still answers in that particular play.
For sure.
Right? So a lot of
Yeah.
these things are looking at who are we playing, what are some of their tendencies, and do we have routes in our game plan that's going to give us the ability to win no matter what. That's why it's so key. And Jeff, you know this, and you brought the stat up before us
I
before.
was very close to the league.
Not the stat that we were looking for.
Okay,
That
which-
stat is
okay.
off.
Okay.
That stat's wrong.
Which stat?
But it's the stat of the motion.
Oh, yeah.
The motion stat for offenses and quarterbacks, it is so key in today's football, because teams that want to shift late and they want to kind of have that late shifting in it, you're going to have to give something up. You're going to have to be able to give me some sort of sign of what you're going to do so that I am able to now go out there and play the way that I want to play. So that's why I want the Cowboys to get more into that motion. You're seeing more teams do it against us, and that's what you're going to see for the Philadelphia Eagles, that motion, just as sometimes I want to see what the defense is going to give us.
You know, and I'm glad you brought this up, because this is what frustrates me. It's always frustrated me, because this is really about what the Cowboys. I don't know. This is about what the Cowboys defense, offense need to do. But the bottom line is, how many times have we talked about the defense is boring? Defense doesn't disguise coverage. Remember that's been a big talking point. Oh, they didn't disguise enough coverages, and then they got we don't disguise things because they know where you are. Now we're back to Eberflus. They ain't disguising nothing. You know what they are.
Yeah.
The difference is better players. Okay, get better. We how many times we changed defense coordinators, and the complaint was they didn't disguise cover. You know what the Cowboys going to do now? Dan Quinn, they're exotic, and all this stuff. And now we're back to Tampa 2, doing what we did under Marinelli.
The good news is every player says that what they're about to do is
It's the best thing.
best
We've
thing.
heard this so much. That's why I get frustrated.
But
Everybody talks about schemes. Get better players. You get better players, it's going to make the scheme work.
I would go a little bit further than that. Let's get some smarter players.
Yeah.
Better, smarter, same thing.
Because you can get
Same
better
family.
athletes.
That's a headline right there.
Same family.
Jesse Holley says current Cowboys.
No.
Dumb.
That's not what
Nope,
it said.
not what I
Same family.
said.
That's not
I'm just saying, if every offense, every defense that you've been in has been complex and you're not able to do multiple things, then you need to get players who are either smarter or who are spending more time learning what the defense
Right.
gives you. Because to line up in today's game of football, if you're not out there with just 11 superior, y'all superior, but like superior and on the superior level of the NFL, then you're going to get exposed against the good teams.
Yeah, one thing I'm watching, Brian Schottenheimer talked a lot though in the minicamp that Matt Eberflus wants to be multiple, and I that kind of raised a kind of ear with me because I don't think Matt Eberflus has been multiple. So I think he's been kind of a tendency, kind of stalemate, something you kind of know you can count on. I'm curious to see if we get a different Matt Eberflus slightly. More multiple, less tendency.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, Jeff goes to the important announcements section of this thing. We got your super chats, and who up here at DLLS do you want babysitting your kids is next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Not you.
Not you.
It's time for the DLLS Make Your Move $36 intro offer. It is normally $80 a year to be a diehard. Being a diehard comes with all sorts of great things. First of all, you get a t-shirt from our merch store that you get to pick when you sign up to be a diehard. That's a $36 value on its own. So bang, look at that. Right now, for an entire year, it's $36. You get that t-shirt when you sign up. You get a discount on merch and events. You get an ad-free experience on our website. You get access to all of our diehard level content on the written side. You get into our Discord server with more than 1,000 fellow diehards. God, I think it's over 1,500 now.
That's crazy.
Whatever. It's a lot of people. Get up in there. And this is the Make Your Move sale, because right now we got NBA, NHL, draft week, free agencies around the corner. And that's they got to make their move. You got to make your move to being a diehard, okay? Or else, not a threat. How about that? By the way, I think we had multiple people who might have taken us up on our Big Brothers, Big Sisters donation thing. I think there's a guy who's trying to take Clarence up on his day at the Star.
Yeah, you might have to follow through with that.
And I think there's a guy that wants us to come have a cookout at his house.
I'm down.
100% the cookouts.
I think we got multiple $1,000.
Okay, we got
Ain't no problem.
$1,000.
Yeah, we're gonna get those things done. So shout out to those people. But yeah, now's a great time to sign up to be a diehard. It's a one-stop shop for everything DFW sports. Everything you could possibly need is right there when you sign up to be a diehard.
Oh, it's on the
hey! It's over. Look, John, you know how hard it's gonna be for somebody to use the QR code if you're
that he raises a good
you got
point.
the QR code front twerking all over the damn screen.
The QR code is front twerking. I like that, baby. I'll be front twerking in Vegas.
Yeah, so that's what's happening. Or else not a threat. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. We got one segment left. We're missing at least 6 likes. We're at 94. Today's actually not been a horrible show by my standards, and so I think we do deserve our 100 likes today. So please, if you're here, hit the like button, or else not a threat. And we will get through your super chats, and then I will go through my list of the 17 things I had for today. I think we've done one of them, so we have 16 more to get to. Let's hit the super chats first. We'll do them in order. I don't want to start with Captain Thunder. K-Choice. What's up, fellas? Love the show. Hey, Jesse, wanted to recommend an amazing book for you to read next, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Peale.
Can I recommend a book for you? The Power of Arguing Online from Clarence Hill.
You should write a book. You should write a book.
I've already written one.
Thanks, Choice. I'll put that on the list.
Jalen Hurts is writing a book. He wrote a kid's book.
He is writing a kid's book.
It's called How to Succeed in the NFL by Having the Best Team Ever and Not Being Very Good at Your Job.
Leave Jalen Hurts alone.
Jalen Hurts seems like a really good person.
He's a great person.
I'm very sorry. But he's also the Eagles quarterback.
Are you saying that because
and the
of
worst
his affiliation? Okay.
No, I love Texas kids.
TB, Jalen Carter isn't a game wrecker. Chill. 4.5 sacks. Sacks are hard to get these days.
Okay. I think I said this is not the greatest era of defensive tackle. Did I say that? Did I not say that?
I heard you say Osa's a bum. Why y'all bringing up Osa?
I said this is not the great era of.
There's some clouds outside. You want to yell at him?
My goal is to get someone on this panel.
Don't act like I said Jalen Carter was Aaron Donald either. I never said it was a great era of defensive tackle.
My only gripe with what you said was that, like, oh, hey, we need a game record. We need Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald's just not out there.
No. My point
I want Barry Sanders. And
I want a difference maker. Don't tell me getting close to the quarterback is a difference maker. That's what I'm talking about.
From an interior defensive line position that allows for other people to get sacks?
All right.
I think y'all should fight.
He's not a difference maker. I'm sorry. He's a good player.
He's a good player.
Not a difference maker.
We don't have to.
We don't have to.
We don't have to.
But we
should.
should.
I do think the first one is kind of funny.
He sent us money.
Captain Thunder's in the super chat.
Jeff is in the super chat.
Kudos to Cam the Truth Newton. Finally, Jesse isn't the only truth teller about greedy Dak.
How do I keep getting put in? How do I keep getting put in?
Because you're a Romo guy, and you've been a Dak hater ever since we started this show.
I'm not.
This has to be the end.
You're a 9 guard guy.
Never said that. Those words never come out of my mouth.
Captain Thunder said this has to be the end of his greedy road of failure. And then the follow-up. Our owner, Mr. Jones, shouldn't be held responsible. I'm sick of the blame he gets. He's done phenomenal job this offseason. Mr. Jones deserves credit. Captain Thunder is one of the grandkids. It's one of the grandkids.
Captain Thunder. It's got to be Paxton.
You think that's Paxton?
Maybe.
It could be.
No, Paxton.
That's one of the grandkids, Mr. Jones.
Now we know Captain Thunder's a bit.
You better call him
a bit.
I heard it too.
Captain Thunder go whoop his ass.
I heard it too.
I said a bit. It's a bit.
I know. And you pitched it off at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, he pitched it.
He pitched it. He do Queen.
All right.
It's a bit.
Okay. No, you caught me off guard. You know, sometimes
It sounded like something else.
I've never said. He's the only one that said that word on air. I've never said that word on air.
What's your favorite word?
I would never say bitch on the air.
I've never said that on air.
It's not allowed.
I would never say. I think that's I didn't know we could say that word on air.
It's Captain Thunder Jesse.
He just said. He said it multiple times.
He's not supposed to.
No, he said bit.
No, he didn't. I said bit.
Jesse's boy, Captain Thunder.
That's not my
is
boy.
Captain Thunder Jesse.
Boy.
Okay.
Your list of
Not
boys
my
is
boy.
wild.
Next topic of conversation.
Wild sentence I just said.
It's late June through mid-July. I got news for you guys. There ain't a lot happening. You got to come up with
Yeah,
stuff.
got to come up with stuff.
We got some
As
stuff.
evidenced by the Cowboys' own account, just going around and asking their players, who would you want to babysit your kids? And
What did I say?
shout out, Katia said you did something wrong.
I didn't do it.
And I just want to say, yesterday I learned Buddy Johnson is 100% making this team
100%.
because they were asking, who do you want to babysit your kids? And the fact that people were naming the fifth linebacker, he's got some credibility in there.
100%
It was 7 Daks, 6 Buddy Johnsons, and
Buddy's a
then
good
random. That's a leader.
Shout out to Kimball High School.
That's
Buddy's
a
a
green
good
dot
dude.
man.
Buddy's a good dude.
Buddy's okay.
An A&M guy.
And so I wanted to ask you guys, and maybe you guys out there,
So I'm this weekend.
who at DLLS would you want to babysit your kids?
No, Clarence.
It's absolutely not you.
You lost a cat.
I'm the fun dad.
You-
Okay,
you
I'm a
lost
good
it.
dad.
Where's the cat?
Where's the cat?
I raise champions. Okay?
Where's the
My
cat?
kids are
Cat?
champions.
Where's
the
your daughter's
cat?
cat?
What have you done for me lately? The cat
I
is
raise
gone.
champions.
Where's the cat?
Where's the cat?
Where's the cat?
Why must I be like that? Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog in
See?
me.
So I'm going with
Arr.
Craig. I'm going with Craig Ludwig.
That's wild.
Yeah, I think that. Oh, I just think the kids, like, you got to teach it. My friend Mike Bassick, when he got tired of parenting, he would just tell his kids when they would ask for anything, he'd be like, self-reliance, and walk away. And I feel like Craig would just be hammering beers, and the kid would have to figure it out. And I want my kids to be tough. He's banned from babysitting his grandchildren. Okay.
Did he give his grandchildren beer?
He probably gave beer.
There was an infant on the ground with a lot of empties around it.
Okay.
Oh, that's hilarious.
No.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So maybe it's not love. Okay, so it's Bobby Corrala is who I would
It's
want to
probably
babysit
Bobby.
my kids.
Or Katya, because, she is a natural.
No. She got enough on her plate.
I know, but if I needed a babysitter.
No.
It's not Clarence, is what I'm saying.
It's not. It's not you.
It's Popo Joe.
It's not
Jesse's in the
He
running.
gonna lock him
I
up.
consider
He
Jesse.
gonna lock him up. He gonna have him in timeout the whole time.
Yeah, and that's important. And teaching them the commandments.
They won't have no fun.
Thank you, Van.
They will have no fun. Popo Joe, they will have no fun with
You don't
Popo
think
Joe.
I can have fun?
They will not have fun. He can have them all.
I'm fun as
hands
hell.
up, Joe. No, man. You can have my kids in
No
jail.
wall sits.
When we're running military circuits out there in the 110-degree heat, we're going to have a lot of fun, okay?
I'm the fun dad. We're gonna go have a good time.
Ben.
Ben's a good one.
He gonna
Ben's
have-
very thoughtful.
Ben's wrangling up all the grown kids around here.
Well, first of all,
Takes him to Disneyland?
he's taking McDonald's. Okay, Ben's a McDonald's guy. Okay, he gonna have all the kids at
Well,
McDonald's.
Kids
He's
love
eating that
Happy Meals.
McDonald's food.
Former McDonald's guy.
Ben is a
No, he's
big.
still
Ben
cut
is a
from
big.
McDonald's.
Like a few months ago, it was like, congratulations, you guys broke every record in the history of the network. You made us $6 billion. I'm gonna go get you one medium pizza.
Yeah. That's
So like he is gonna have the kids. He's gonna have them eating some fast food.
Listen.
Jeremy's right, though. I ain't taking the kids to the pool.
You ain't taking
No,
it.
you ain't taking
yeah.
that
What
to
you-
that.
What you
Not
say?
to that mother-
What did you say about the pool?
Not to that effing.
Not to that.
I'm not going to that pool.
What could Jerry learn from Sam Presti? How to hoop? How to do basketball?
How to build a team.
Yeah, I would go with
Turns into
Ben.
champion.
I would go with Ben. Ben would be my choice.
All right, that is a great answer for a guy who's clearly
What about
on a
Radigan?
1-year deal.
What about
that's
Grandpa
about to be
Radigan?
up and trying to negotiate on air right now.
What about Grandpa Radigan?
Rads would be
Rads would
great.
do good.
Jeff Wilson would be a great babysitter.
He'd be stern though. Jeff
would be stern.
You think he'd hit the
Oh
kids?
my
Like
God,
Tyler
Jeff
Booker?
He would
yeah,
Tyler Booker that
yeah,
kid.
I think Jeff be
He would
stern.
definitely Tyler Booker
Have we
that
talked
thing.
about Tyler Booker?
Let's
No,
talk
we
about
hadn't
that.
talked about Tyler Booker's child abuse.
Let's talk about Tyler Booker's child.
Yeah, that was another thing from over there. Do we have that video, John? We're going to see Tyler. This is Cowboys rookie. That's a 330-pound man.
Well, watch this in.
Shoving a child to the
Boy,
ground.
you ain't beating me.
Get out the crib.
That ain't no
He
child.
was
That's
proud
probably-
of it.
He probably
Get out the
six-
club.
That's probably a
Watch
16-year-old.
Watch him styling the profile as he does it though. Watch this.
Yeah.
Watch
I
this.
see.
Oh,
you.
he looks. He
I
said,
see.
"Nah."
You. Yeah, I see you trying to beat me.
Watch
I
it.
ain't gonna beat
Look at
me.
the stare
No,
down.
the stare down.
The stare down.
That's a child.
Listen. No, he's 16. He got to be 16.
That is a child.
That's still a child.
Still a child.
Well, have you seen these 16-year-olds these days?
He ain't one of them.
That boy's trying to get him. But listen, that,
That
boy
boy
finna
is
get him.
87
He a D-
pounds.
No, he's a bigger than that. He's DB though.
Hey, he
DB.
won though, huh?
No,
Who?
Tyler
The
Booker
kid- no, I
won.
think the kid won.
I
the
don't
kid
know.
won.
I mean, Tyler Booker took out his rage. And
Let's see. Did the kid win?
The kid flew 7 yards. Watch this.
Yeah.
At 5 yards.
1, 2. Oh, my
No, I
God.
think
Yeah,
He don't hit the,
he
he don't hit the
flew
gr- look. He
flew
don't hit the.
forward.
He ain't on the ground yet.
Hey, look at Booker.
It's the stare
And look how
down.
Booker sits there like, remember I said when I race you, I'm going to turn around and look at you. That's what I'm talking about. When you beat somebody so bad, you turn around and look at them going across the finish line. That's what I'm talking about, Jeff. That's why buy Tyler Booker. We know what he said in the draft.
If we're playing against kids this year, Tyler Booker's going to smoke them.
He like when those mascot players against the little kids and little kids, which is the funniest stuff. But no, but it's
Those parents have to be signing waivers because those mascots are
but
smoking the kids.
But I hear
100%.
I hear what you're saying, but it's the mentality though. It's do whatever it takes mentality. It's that dog mentality. That's what you like. It's back it up. Yeah, I say I'm a leader, but this ain't about being a leader and saying the right things and being, showing up on time. This is like I'm doing whatever it takes to win.
So
whatever it takes to win.
I'm being messy, Jesse.
You were, yes.
When I say I didn't like the approach that Micah took to it.
Yeah.
But you can call a man a dog because he pushed over a 15-year-old?
Yes. He's a dog with mentality. We're trying to break a 30-year drought. Are we not trying to break a 30-year
The
drought?
standard is the
They're
standard
trying to
is
break
what I
a
said.
We're trying to break a 30-year drought.
Then he should have pushed his daddy.
Hey, how do you know he didn't do that off camera?
I bet if daddy would have bucked up, he'd have pushed his daddy. You know how them daddies come? How dare you do that to my son?
Impress me. Slap his
He'd
daddy.
have done a Bernie Mac. He'd have done a Bernie Mac and slapped everybody.
Slap his daddy.
Listen,
You want to show
Hey.
me you a dog? Slap his daddy.
hey, if his daddy would have tried to
Slap
buck
his
up,
daddy.
if his daddy would have jumped up, he got a beat down.
Nah.
You know,
I don't think his daddy
Punk
wanted
jump
any
up to
part of
get beat
that.
down.
Grab his daddy by the collar.
I don't think his daddy wanted any part of
But
that.
it's the mentality. It's like I'm
pushed
not
over a
listen.
kid.
I know, but it's like this. No more Mr. Nice Guy. And all I'm saying
Then he
is
should have
that's
slapped
what
his
I want.
father.
That's what I want on this Cowboys team.
Go to the parking
no
lot
more Mr.
and
Nice Guy.
and whoop his daddy.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. We're going for the juggler. We're trying to win. We're trying to break this 30-year drought. Yes, I show up on time. I'm a leader. I do the right thing. I say the right thing. But on this field,
He takes the love away from
on
players.
this field, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Okay, no more Mr. Nice Guy. We want the
What
winning
team-
grabber. We want a winning grabber with talent.
Jeff.
Winning
Jeff,
grabber with
Jeff,
talent.
John.
That's your guy.
Did any team break the NFL record this year in drafting a 15-year-old?
I cannot see
Okay,
you.
so here you go.
I cannot believe you hating on this. You should want like that mentality. You're a big bully type guy, tough guy. You
nothing
like
about
to
me
get
screams
physical.
bully.
I mean, you jumped on little Mickey.
Oh my. Oh my.
I mean, he's like 5'2".
Oh!
In the show.
We can't end the show.
That is reason number 71. I can't be a parent. It's like, what if a 330-pounder punks your kid at the camp? What am I supposed to? I'm supposed to stand up for my kids. So
I
now
wanna
I'm gonna
shake
get
your
my-
hand.
So now I'm going to get my ass whipped for
No.
no reason.
No, you just gotta. I want to shake your hand.
No.
Don't say it. Don't say
No,
it.
it was like, real quick, LSU baseball game, this woman was talking cash stuff to this other dude. And her, so like, Mom, no, Dad, like, your wife can get your butt whooped too the
Yeah,
same
and
way.
I
You
don't
got to
need
stand
that.
up for your wife, especially a smart talking woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See,
I tell
it was
women,
two LSU
I say, if
fans.
you get in a fight, that's yours.
Oh.
You
heard it
Anyway,
here first.
Get you in trouble. Love will get you in trouble.
remember, you have no idea what any kid is going through when he's at a football camp. So if you're an adult, don't throw them to the ground.
Dog.
Be
Be
cool to
a dog.
everybody.
Root, root.
Be
Booker's a
daddy
dog.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We all silly like the mayor.